Hello students, we study rational number. Now, by the name itself, you come to know rational ratio. Ratio is a fraction. Now, this ratio is very beneficial for us. Supposing I start a business where I invest 1000 rupees, the other person invests another 1000 rupees. Then my ratio is 1 by 2, the other person 1 by 2, half. So now when we get profit, we get half. So that is ratio. Ratio is very beneficial for you to study ratio. Right? So from the word ratio is derived the rational number. So there should not be any confusion, but before studying rational number, you have to know what is natural number, what is whole number, and what is integer. So just have a look at the number line. Here you can see the natural number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all are natural number. Then when you include 0 in the natural number, then that's whole number. So when you are asked what are whole number, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, infinity. Natural number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, infinity. So now whole number you have understood. Now what are integers? To this natural number and the whole number, when negative numbers are included, it is integers. You know natural number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Whole number 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now for integer it is minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. Whatever is on this side, positive side, it is there on the negative side also. So negative, positive, 0, everything is integer. Now integer can be divided into two, positive integer, negative integer, and 0 is neither negative nor positive but an integer. So I hope now this is clear. Natural number, whole number and integers. Once this is clear, now we come to the rational number. We come to the rational number. As it is given in your textbook, it is explained this way. If A and B are integers, A and B can be any number. See, this A and B are variables, so it can be any number. A can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, anything. Again, B can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, anything, minus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, anything, it is integers. So, A and B are integers. Then, A plus B. A plus B is also integers. Then A minus B is also integer. A into B is also integer, but A by B not necessarily integer. So let us take some example for showing that how it can be integer and how it cannot be integer. So let us take number 8 and 5. 8 and 5 are integers. Now A plus B, this A you take is equal to 8 and B equal to 5. So now I am adding this A plus B. 8 plus 5 I am adding the integer. So 8 plus 5, how much is this going to be? 13. So this is an integer. A minus B, 8 minus 5 is, 8 minus 5 is 3. Now this is also integer. This is also integer. Now multiplication, 8 into 5 is equal to 40. That is also integer. But 8 by 5 8 by 5 is not an integer, it is a rational number. That's a rational number. It is in the form of ratio, therefore it is rational number. Now, according to this number, according to this definition, if P and Q are co-prime integers, do not have common factor. Why it is, as it is, you know what are prime numbers. 1 is a prime number, 2 is a prime number, 3 is a prime number, 4 is not a prime number because 2 into 2 is 4, 5 is prime number, 6 is not prime number because 2 into 3, 7 is a prime number. So you know prime number cannot be integrated, they cannot be differentiated, they cannot be divided into 2, like they don't have multipliers. They don't have multipliers, that is prime numbers. So here P by Q. P by Q, 8 can be 4 into 2, but that is not divided by 5. So they are co-prime. Means they don't have any multiple which can lead to cancellation. 8 can be 4 into 2, but it cannot be divided by 5. So they are co-prime integers. They do not have any common factor. They do not have any common factor except 1. 1, if it is a common factor, it wouldn't matter. It would still remain a rational number. So this is the standard rational number. But if I say I multiply this 8 into 2, 5 into 2, that becomes 16 by 2. That becomes 16 by 10. Now this is not in the standard form. To make it into standard form, what I have to do is, I have to make it into 8 into 5. That is again like 8 into 2, 5 into 2. This 2 will get cancelled and I bring this into standard form. It was in standard form. I added multiples. Now this is not into the standard form. To bring standard form, I have to cancel this, and 8 by 5 is standard. Standard rational number. So rational number, you just give a variable. P and Q is just a variable, and internationally it is accepted as variable, and you can put any number. You can put any number, and that has to be 2 integers. 2 integers. Now always remember, whatever you give value to P or Q, whatever value you give to P and Q, P can be positive and negative integer, Q has to be positive integer, and it need not be equal to 0. It should never be equal to 0, because any number divided by 0 becomes meaningless. Remember that it should never be 0. It will make it meaningless. The P can be 0. Then it won't make it meaningless. This P is known as numerator. And Q is known as denominator. So denominator. Now this numerator can be 0, so the answer will be 0. 0 divided by any number remains 0. But if the denominator is 0, it makes this ratio meaningless. It is meaningless dividing by 0. So always remember that Q should never be 0. So this is what rational number is. P by Q. It is the ratio of P by Q, where Q is never equal to 0, because that will make it meaningless. So it's very simple. one thing at a time I'll be explaining, so there should not be any confusion. And I hope everything what is explained here, it's clear, and what you have learned last year, that also is clear, so that we can go ahead. So we meet soon.